call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on last year's national champion, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gators will boot it away to start the game. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Hard running there. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Makes the catch at the 20. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got him. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's in goal. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He's got it on the run. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. The Gators sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Wow, and the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets it out fast. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make them miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some...
Breaks into the open. Smashes ahead. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. He's going to take off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
He he doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. You know, I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Gonna run it. It's Finnegan. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Turning it on! Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Under fire. Unleashes one. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. He wants to throw it. Got his man quickly. Good, solid tackle.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Rides the back and leaves it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Quarterback keeper. Fighting off the defender. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Gators will go for it here on fourth down. The play action fake. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Finds his man. It's Weaver. At the 35, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Mark down at the 44. That's a first down for the offense.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Rushes on him. Finds the big tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll move the wide receiver to the air on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The option look. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. Need more of that physicality in the second half.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's in goal. Gets open down the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Canes will hustle to the line. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it on first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. And the quarterback called up to and sacked at the 12. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Moves away as he feels pressure. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
One more snap coming before halftime. Snap to the back. Oh, better look out. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll return it. He steps out of bounds across the 30 at the 33-yard line. Nice work there by the return team. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Going to swing it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And the Gators are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Lost to throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's Figueroa. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll try the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! Extra point here will tie the game.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Going to the ground. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Quarterback keeps it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. All they needed were a couple of inches, and they were able to convert on 4th down.
Man, I like the play call. You don't have to be perfect when you just need a couple of inches. I mean, you got a back that you trust that can lower his pads, fall forward, go get it. Love the call.
The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now he's looking to throw it. Got the tight end outside. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Running to Green. Turning it on. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up for the PAT. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
21.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. We've reached a break and Miami is holding on to the lead. They've built a cushion, they've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. On the read. Now the pitch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. It's a one-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
What a big play in the fourth quarter when you're trailing and you need it. You really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback making the pass, getting the first down.
The pull and throw off the RPO.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Defense looks as if it's coming. On the option. Now the toss. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
On third down, he drops to throw. The short hands, it's Figueroa. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
Well, give the defense credit there. They took all the quarterback's options downfield away, forced him to check it down, rallied to the football, and now they've set up fourth.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to...
Touchdown, Caves! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on second and long. Motion from the wideout. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. after blocker. On the direct snap, it's Finnegan. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it just in time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take...
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Quick strike complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
Got a man. It's Figueroa. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football like you said?
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage. And the Gators headed quickly to the line.
Got it. On the ready. Cookie. Ready.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down.